Yo, Coach Marshall kicking knowledge, higher ed collage, mind open wide, thoughts bridge the mileage, whistle round the neck, wisdom in the flex, podcast vibes breaking through the plex. From court to the board, lessons never hoard, grit and grind hustle, hear that lion's roar, more than a coach, stories to encroach, life's game plan, he the master with the approach, more than a coach, Coach Marshall be the guide, lessons for life, take it all in stride, podcast dropping gems, knowledge nationwide, together we rise, unity can't divide, life's more than X's and O's, destinies composed, breaking every chain, no limits to the flows, strategy and passion, top tier fashion, Marshall on the mic, lights, camera, action, heart of a lion, vision.
And the one thing I could say is powerful when black men recognize how great we could be together.
That's right.
How great our minds could be, how great our hearts and our souls could be to make things better for our community, because that's what it's all about. It ain't about us riding the best motorcycle. It ain't about us having the biggest house or baddest car. What can you do to impact this community and make it better for all of us? And that's what this thing is about. Now, hey, and that's what More Than the Coach is all about.
What's up, y'all? What's up? This your boy Coach Marshall from the More Than the Coach podcast. And y'all already see, we sorry about the delay, but y'all know how things go. You know, we always on color people time, as they say. But we here, and it's going to happen. Today, y'all, for real. As y'all see, I got my brother sitting over here with me. My first in-house studio guest, y'all. But we're going to get to him in a minute, but y'all know what we have to do. Pay these bills, keep people off me. Y'all already see the disclaimer. So, like we always say, I ain't going to tell you nothing that you don't like and that ain't true. And I don't make up fake stuff. I'm going to always keep it real. And that's for sure. Today's show always sponsored by Marshall Media. So y'all make sure y'all go out and support the podcast, the music shows, the educational shows, and our new photography group. So y'all make sure y'all check that out, y'all. Also, Sundays at 8 o'clock, the Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast, where it's all about life, love, and relationships. So y'all make sure y'all go check out Mr. and Mrs. Marshall. They discuss some hot topics in relationships, and them letters that Miss G get, y'all be off the hook. So make sure y'all check that out. And go check out my little bro, Mr. Danye F. Jones. It's Something Every Yay podcast. Shows every Thursday, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all go support my brother. Always dropping that knowledge straight from Saginaw, but out in Chicago, giving y'all the best, y'all. So y'all, with no further delay, y'all, as y'all see already, I got my partner in here, y'all. We've been kicking it with each other for a couple years now. You know, he come from Passport Republic, one of the top music groups, companies out here. They got a lot of big things going, y'all. And today we're gonna discuss some new music. We're gonna discuss some old music and everything. And if y'all haven't paid attention to what he do,
because it's hard to make love on a floor. Heal so many memories. The city where I'm from is built to love along with tragedy. I'm from the east side of my city where they hustle for their family. Shout out the north side, south side, west side, and BV. I'm from the S-A-G-I-N-A, where we thug some Crips and Bloods. Still I grip the snub, tryna get some grub. Buy a dub, tryna triple up. Show my niggas down M13 through Genesee. I-75 is the home for me. Welcome to Saginaw, Saginaw. Baby, don't I look good in my robe? Your lingerie see-through and girl, I'm so cold.
What's your name? What's your sign?
Hennessy and sex make the night complete, yeah.
Soon as she unwind, that ass is mine.
I said Hennessy and sex make the night complete, yeah.
I think I'm high. What's your name? What's your sign?
I know you want it, you can have it.
y'all see, got a little taste. I wanted to drop
sir.
his new one out there too, but copyright. So look at that. Always some technical stuff going on around here.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
But we're gonna come back. Hold on, give us a second, y'all. Y'all know I'm learning this thing, kind of do it all. So we're gonna get it right.
Yes, sir.
But I know I got you in here right now, man. How you doing today, bro?
Oh, man, everything is good, man. Blessed and highly favored.
Yes, sir.
Dig? Yes, sir.
See, you've been out on that road, man.
Always moving, man.
How is it out there? Because I know the weather different right now.
The weather's always different. But what I do is I just keep it in my mind that truck drivers is rain, snow, sleet, or hell. So
Yeah.
I just roll through whatever. I've been through blizzard storms, thunderstorms, high winds, 50 miles an hour and up. So
Wow.
you just gotta be smart out there.
Yeah.
Definitely
That's
gotta be
good,
smart.
man.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm most definitely glad to have you on the show.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Deuce will try to get the logo off the screen, y'all. Something going on. It ain't working right. But we gonna make this thing happen, man. I see we had somebody in the guest room. What's that? Ma Rivera said hi to us. So good morning to you. Welcome to the More Than the Coach podcast.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, we working. We trying to get this screen right, y'all. So bear with us. Hold one second. We're gonna be right back. Let me get this. What is going on, y'all? Here we go. Hold on. There we go. There we go,
There
y'all. Woo!
There
Damn. We got it right though, y'all.
Yes,
Sorry
sir.
about the misconception, but hey, that's what I like about live though, y'all, because you're gonna get it raw, uncut,
Yes,
and
sir.
real as it get. Yeah.
Like I'm real like that.
That's right. That's the only way to be, especially being from Saginaw.
Oh yeah,
You
definitely.
gotta be real,
Definitely.
man.
Love coming home, man.
That's
Like
right.
I say, I reside in Texas now, but it's always good to come home. Most of my family is still here.
Yeah.
Especially my grandmother, Miss Bobby Sue. Shout out to Miss Bobby Sue this morning. She told me to tell you hello, by the way, man.
Hi,
I told her I
Granny.
was coming to see
Happy
you.
holidays. For real.
Yeah,
Thank you for letting me spend some time with your grandson. And then before I go, I forgot, man. Saginaw. Y'all welcome Mr. Darrell Alston to the More Than the Coach podcast, y'all.
Saginaw,
Man.
what it do? What it
For
do?
real. I forgot all about that, man. We got talking and that doggone, what you call it, messed my head up. So
That's all right.
but
That's
we
all right.
good though, man.
Yeah, man.
So man, we got you in here today, man. I know we're gonna talk music a little bit, but tell everybody what's been going on with you with the new stuff right now.
Well, right now I'm working on my EP, third EP, Hennessy and Sex Volume 3,
Yes, sir.
Last Call. That'll be out sometime next month. I
right.
believe I'm gonna put it out on the 25th. I think I'm gonna put it out on my birthday, man. I think that's what I'm gonna go for. Give me an early birthday
Ain't nothing
birthday
wrong
present, man. And it's gonna be better than ever. It's produced by Fresh Rich. Shout out to one of my favorite producers, man. It's all him. He did all the production on it, and my features on there is Amir Fresh, Ty Blackman. Shout out to Ty man.
What's up, Ty?
He came through in the clutch for me, and I definitely appreciate it. Forever 21, my manager. Shout out to Nikita, man.
Yeah.
He's also an intricate part of what I got going on.
Okay.
And young lady by the name of Inika, she's on there, and that's pretty much it.
That's cool.
That's pretty much it. So
Hennessy and Sex Volume 3,
Last Call.
Ooh,
Last Call, man. This the trilogy, man. So I'm gonna finish. I'm finishing it up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to the studio today, finish it up, and let the mad scientist go in there and do his thing, and we'll be putting out shortly. So second single, I'll be putting out soon. It's called Chocolate. So I'll be putting a video out for that. I think I'm gonna put it out February 12th. So
February 12th. All right, before Valentine's.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir. You know me, man. I'm trying to spread a little love and baby music.
And if y'all know my boy right here, his music. It ain't for the kids. Okay?
Definitely ain't for the kids.
It's for the grown folks. If you seen the video, I think that's probably why they started messing with us, because we showed the video.
Lord,
when I tried to drop your new one, it wouldn't let me get it.
That's crazy.
I'm like, it's all good though,
Well, it's all in business, But what I'm learning with the music industry period is that you have to adapt and reconfigure everything and try it a different way. If one way don't work, then you try it another way.
That's true.
But I don't let it compromise. I don't let it compromise my music.
Yeah, that's right. Really Stay true to it. Be genuine with it. That's one reason why I'm a big R. Kelly fan, because he was always genuine to what he do.
Besides his personal,
besides his personal, music.
I believe he's the king of R&B. Always will.
Can you say that one more time for all them Tank fans? Because I was going to ask you about that, but you didn't hit it already.
King of R&B.
Tank gonna say Usher was better than. He's a better entertainer. As far as dancing
and certain falsettos, certain certain high pitches and things of that nature. Usher can't be touched. But when it comes to baby making music, my kids was my kids was what I'm saying. R. Kelly's responsible. Okay, let's just be real. Right. So like I said before, but the problem today is that people try to put people's personal things into their profession. My thing is this, okay? If you're gonna do that all around the board. Don't just do that with one person.
That's right.
Take for instance Diddy right now. Okay, fine. He's going through what he's going through, and I'm not saying that he don't deserve to be where he's supposed to be. I'm not saying that. But as far as his musical genius, and intelligence, you can't take that away from him, man. You can't take that away from Bill Cosby. You can't take that away, from certain people.
That's true.
That have brought intricate, impact. To people. Period. R. Kelly was one of those guys, man. So when it comes to being the king of R&B, yes, he's the king of R&B. He's definitely my number one, and then number two would be Luther Vandross with me. Okay, so and then I'll say Gerald Levert number 3. David River number 4, and then Tank number 5. Tank is in my top 5. Okay. So music. It's supposed to be about entertainment.
That's right.
It's supposed to be about entertainment. It's supposed to be about impact and changing someone's life. I believe I Can Fly changed people's lives. Hell, it probably made people not want to commit suicide. Right. You feel where I'm coming from? Because it made you believe. So don't take that part, of what he did, and just, bury him under the ground like that. That's not fair.
That's not fair.
That's not fair at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if we want to sit up and talk about, his situation, then you also have to bring up Hugh Hefner. You also have to bring up Elvis. You also have to bring up, certain people that we know for a fact, did what they did and they didn't get judged for it. So why are you doing that, with R. Kelly? He's where he's at because he's where he's at.
That's right.
That don't take away from his music.
No, it's still heavy in my rotation.
Period.
All day long.
Period.
I don't care what they say.
So you have to be mindful of that, man. Like I said before, music is impactful. It's supposed to be impactful. And like I said before, you sit back, you listen to it, you vibe, and you just, you take it all in, and whatever way it moves you is how it moves you. But if it moves you in a positive light, that's all that matters.
And that's true there. So I like that.
Definitely.
Glad you hit on that, man, because that was so a soft spot when Tank said that was arguing with somebody, and I like Tank. But I'm like, man, R. Kelly, I'm sorry.
Definitely.
But that's cool, though. So that's cool. So where some of your musical inspirations come from? I know you said those artists, but I know we got some local and personal ones probably.
Well, my grandfather, God rest his soul, he sung gospel, Olin Hardy Sr., never will forget him. My mother was my teacher, God rest her soul. She taught me what I am now is what she taught me.
Okay.
So, the talent shows to, anytime she, was, my mother did hair, so she was doing hair, the five young ladies under the dryer, and she doing other hair. But, when she played music, she'd bring me out, and, sing. And that's where it came from. She was my true inspiration. My father also, Darrell Alston, That's why I call myself Darrell Alston, because that's my name.
Yeah.
He's also a singer. From a Big Mama to, things of that nature. Those were my, some early inspirations, and gospel was definitely in there, but I never was in a choir. My mother just was my teacher, and she molded me. She taught me to sing from the gut, you know what I'm saying, and let it, let it flow out, and, coordination and things of that nature. And even when I got nervous at talent shows, what she would do was she would tell me, listen, don't pay attention to the crowd. Look at me. Look at me. When you and when I did that, it worked. I'm not paying attention to nothing, no crowds, no nothing. I actually won, I think it was the second annual Family Affair. I won that talent show. I'm in the paper and everything for it.
Wow.
So
amazing.
I'm a little kid with my hand in the air with a Jerry curl. Yeah, I'm definitely in the paper for that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
That's some of my that's some criteria, man. So won many talent shows, from Saginaw to Detroit to Flint, you know what I'm saying, even from out of town, you know what I'm saying, Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh man, that's what's up, man.
I've been doing this since, I was a little kid, so it didn't carry on for me doing music until I started writing poems at 14 and, learning how to, write and, put my feelings into my writing. Like I got songs that I haven't even brought out yet, even that age. So it was an inspiration, and really I have to also give credit to where credit is due and shout out my cousin Amir Fresh, which is also my business partner. It took him 10 years to actually, because I was done with it. I really was done with it. After my brother shout out Big Baby Entertainment, I was actually done after that. But he would inspire me, let me hear music that he was doing. And, he started up the label Passport Republic. And he was like, cuz you need to come over here. Let's rock. Woo, woo. And I wasn't into it. I was into my career, driving trucks or whatnot. Right. And that was cool with me because I make a pretty penny.
Right.
So
you doing your thing.
So I'm in Richmond, Virginia at one time. I'm passing through. Actually, I was taking a load up to, if I'm not mistaken, I was taking a load up to Newark, New Jersey.
Okay.
And I was in Richmond for a night. Well, actually for a weekend. So he see that I was in Richmond. So he gave me a call. He say, yo, I'm coming to get you. You getting out that truck. I ain't taking no foreign answer.
Wow.
And that's how I got started. And so from that day, I recorded, what was that song off M.T.A.C. Volume 1? I think it was, Don't Change.
Okay.
I wrote it. And Why? Those are two songs off M.T.A.C. Volume 1 that we started with.
Yeah.
And then we just kept going.
That's amazing.
And Stay Around, one of the videos you played was one of the beats that he played. And I'm like, yo, give me that. And so we started writing, and in the beginning, with that, he helped me, co-write, on a few songs.
Okay.
And so from that on, the rest was history. I worked so hard, put my own money into what I was doing. He was like, man, I can't let you just be my artist, even though he gave me a nice deal. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a nice deal. It was what, 70-30? You know what I'm saying? So, nice he gave me a lovely deal.
Yeah.
So after a while, after I'm putting my own money in my videos and paying for my own stuff and showing him that, hey, you ain't the only one that's going to invest in me. Yeah. I'm going to invest in me.
Making both of y'all go hard that way.
Yep. And he gave me 50% of the company. So
wow, that's a blessing.
That's why I'm co-owner of the Passport Republic. Shout out Amir Fresh.
That's right. Shout out,
my baby.
And y'all can see him on the old previous podcast with me.
Definitely.
He came on, man. So looking forward to getting him back on again, man. And I know he got some new music he can probably dropped. And
we just did one about a month ago. Called Patty's. But it's a very dope record, you know what I'm saying? Produced by him and Fresh Rich.
Okay.
Like I said before, love them too, man, as far as production. Fresh Rich, man, listen, he don't, in my opinion, he don't get the credit that he deserves as far as being a, top producer in Saginaw.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody rocking with.
Producer,
that's just my opinion. He shoot videos, everything. It ain't too many people in Saginaw as far as production rocking with him. No disrespect to any of the other producers in Saginaw. But as far as I'm concerned, I see how hard he worked. I got a rapport with him, so I see how hard he worked. I see him everywhere.
About 2 weeks ago, I was at the gas station. Well, longer than 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I wasn't out driving because of the surgery.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But he was on his way to Detroit, and it was 11 o'clock at night. I said, where you heading? Man, coach, I'm on my way to Detroit to go do videos.
There it is.
I mean, he is one of the hardest guys. I got a chance to sit down and talk to him, man, and I'm can't get time with him because he's so busy.
He's very busy.
You know, I know I catch up with him one day. So shout out to Fresh, man, and Amir. Man. So y'all keep doing y'all thing. We appreciate that, man.
Amir Fresh, he's working on his EP. He said he was like, I'm gonna take a piece out of your book because he does mostly albums. Okay. I was doing the EPs. Yeah. So he was like, yo, I'm gonna take a bite out of your page and going to work on the EP. And right now he's gonna drop some heat. It's definitely gonna be some heat.
Well, we waiting. You know? We waiting. Oh, yeah. And Saginaw starting to boom again.
Thank God.
You know, with the music business, man.
Yeah.
I've been watching. You know, shout out to Cat over there with Frequency and Yacht. They doing a lot of things.
Shout out to Yacht. I gotta get with Yacht.
Yeah, gotta get with Yacht, man.
Definitely.
And they reaching out, and these artists coming, man. They young, gifted, talented artists here coming out of Saginaw, man. So,
but you know what? We've always had it.
Always.
From Stevie Wonder to L.J. Reynolds. Saginaw might not know, but my cousin Darrell Jennings, he was a drummer for the Dramatics. You know what I'm saying? So it's always been talent here, you know. Tiki Blackman, you know, he's another one, you know what I'm saying, that is very underrated as far as I'm concerned, but the boy can go. You know, shout out, like I say, shout out to him for being a feature on my EP, man. But
that's all right.
It's so much talent here. Bone Scanless, man. What can you say but a dope lyricist, you know what I'm saying? And gutter, dope, well, however you want, but you know, he's one. You know,
I had the pleasure to do one of his hooks. Well,
there it
one
is.
Of his songs.
There it is.
Yeah.
See?
You know, so I never forget that, man. It was this when I first got into the rap game.
Sir.
And he was at a couple of my partners' house recording.
Yes, sir.
And they brought us in, man, and let us do the hook with him. And I enjoyed that, bro.
Man.
That was one of the realest. And I tell you, man, he rest his soul.
Yes.
But it's a song he did that I heard in the studio that never was released. And I put that song up there with Tupac, Dear Mama.
Flames.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And every time I see the producer, I say, man, when you gonna release that song? He was like, I can't.
It's some of them that you don't want to let go.
And man,
it's near and dear.
But I believe that song will shed a whole different light on his legacy. And just to hear that dude performing, man, telling you, it's one of the real. Uncanny. I got chills right now just bringing it back up because that's how real that song was.
Yes, sir.
And when we interviewed him, me and Darrell, we went down to Flint to interview him. And a couple weeks later, he lost his life. And man, we talked about that, bro.
Wow.
And he was like, "You was there? You heard it?" I said, "Man, I heard it."
Wow.
That's
crazy.
And when I even tell his little brother and them and family, they be like, "I said, y'all just don't know."
Yeah.
He got a banger, you know. For real.
Well, it's certain songs like that in that type of situation that people don't want to let go of. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the world don't deserve it or whether they just it's near dear to their heart. You know what I'm saying?
That's what the producer said. He said, man, he called me and made that song in the night, and I just never. He said, you just was lucky to be over there, and you got to hear it. You know, so hey.
If you put it out, that's a beautiful thing. But if you don't, you gotta respect. You gotta respect it. You gotta respect the creativity. You know what I'm saying? The creativity of the song, and how people may look at the song. All that is wrapped into one.
Yep. That's true.
But shout out to Bone Scandalous. He used to cut my hair as a kid. So I knew him personally.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Didn't even know he was a barber. Look at that.
Come on, man. He did. Yeah, he was nice.
That's all right.
He definitely was nice, man. But I look at him. I look at Mac the Jacker. Shout out to Drysdale, man. You know what I'm saying? When I call him when I need the advice of the industry. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Drysdale, man. Shout out to his group, the Bank Boys. Love them cats, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's all right,
BZ, Mr. 318. Shout out to you, baby. Shout out to that whole camp, man.
That's cool.
Dirty Jerk. I remember the Dirty Jerk. I call him Mr. 245, spitting in every direction. I was actually on one on his album. You know what I'm saying? Song was called Lead a Game.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been around for a minute.
We had some
just low key, just low key. You know what I'm saying?
Another thing too. G. Pierce,
come on, man.
Killing it right now too.
Come on, man. Come on.
Got a movie coming out and everything.
He's one that I can't wait to get production from.
Yeah.
Because he's I ain't gonna say he's like me. I'll say I'm like him in a way.
Yeah.
As far as perfection and wanting to put out, you know what I'm saying, the best work possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying,
That's
to
how he
you
is,
know what I'm saying, feed the people's ears. You know what I'm saying, but definitely a legend.
Yeah, for real.
I don't, you know, I think if I'm not mistaken, and I hope I'm not misquoting, but I think he produced the intro to Sister Sister. If I'm not mistaken, like I said before, I think I think I'm not. I don't think I'm off on that, but I think you know what I'm saying. He was one of the ones, but legend regardless.
A legend,
you know, a legend regardless of Saginaw.
For,
so see,
for many years.
Yeah. So see, it's a lot of talent. You know what I'm saying, to come out of the Saginaw. You know, I could think of HBK Boom. You know what I'm saying, he's banging. I can think of Hilly, Max Hilly. He's banging. You know what I'm saying. I could think of that. Shout out to LaMonica Gold. I'm gonna tell you honest goodness truth. One of the hardest female MCs right now that I actually see that's you know what I'm saying coming out. And if Saginaw supports her the way they supposed to, she'll blow. She'll blow.
Right.
No lie, man. No lie. I looked at her video. You know what I'm saying, and what I like about her is the passion in her lyrics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could tell she brings you know what I'm saying, her life experience period into her music. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what real music people like though. You know, I know myself, even when it comes to R&B, you talk real music. Your R&B is real.
Thank you.
You know, one thing like you always told me, R&B ain't dead, Coach. No, it ain't dead.
No.
And
what do you say? Here's how I look at my R&B. What do you say in the bedroom? Don't answer. But what do you say? What do you tell your woman in the bedroom when y'all trying to get in the mood and when y'all trying to, you know what I'm saying, get saucy and get it on and blah, blah, blah. What do you say in those moments? Now, me personally, I know I talk a lot.
It's so trash. That's right. Gotta let them know.
I talk a little bit, especially when I'm talking to my woman. It's on the proper. So what you hear in my lyrics is what I've said in the bedroom.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know.
But that's what R&B about though.
Yes, sir.
It's that real feeling, man.
Yes,
like
sir.
I had a homeboy hit me up like, Coach, we need one of them old school mixes, man, where Saturday morning when you get up and clean up. Okay, so I put it together. Matter of fact, it dropped today. And it's on Spotify right now.
Let's go. Let's
go.
See,
y'all go check it out.
Yes, sir.
But listening to the lyrics that those people said back in the day, they crucify the rappers today for the words they say.
And it shouldn't.
But when you listen to R&B, sometimes R&B get a little bit more deeper and freakier than anything, you know. But I love it. All them grown folks out there, and if they don't know, you was made by somebody's music.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
So
let's keep it real.
And like I can honestly say, without my parents admitting it, I know I was made off. I know I was made off Luther Vandross. You get where I'm coming from? Luther Vandross Mates featuring Frankie Beverly. I knew I was made off that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's no denying that, like I said before, like I say, my mother used to play, she didn't do rap. So rap was not played in her house. Rap was not played in my grandparents' house. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my Uncle Tony, man. That's how I got turned on to hip hop. But everything else, R&B. So I heard the Al Greens, I heard the Johnny Taylors, I heard, you know what I'm saying, the Dramatics, you know what I'm saying, Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know, I heard all that. Marvin Gaye, you know, all of them.
And they broke it down. Oh, Teddy, we just talked about him the other day.
Come on,
turn them off. You hear that? Turn them off, take them off. There it is.
So when you hear stuff like that, those are my inspirations. Those is what I listen to and be like, what would I say to my woman to get her in the mood, you know what I'm saying, to feel me, knowing that I feel her, and we either making a baby or you know. So that's how I come with my music. Like my album is gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be called An Adult Conversation.
Ooh, that's powerful.
That's what I'm
that's powerful.
That's what I'm going with. So it's not only gonna be the freaky deaky, but it's also gonna be about makeup and breakup. It's gonna be about, you know, tell me how you feel. You know, one of my greatest inspirations just passed recently, D'Angelo. Like, you know, a lot of people didn't understand his lyrics, but you had to understand his lyrics to even feel his music. You know, and all three that I was devastated. Never met the man, but I was a huge fan of that guy. And it was told that he's coming out with another album. I will be one of the first ones to buy it. That's another thing that's wrong with music today. there's not a lot of real fans who will go and buy
there it is.
your music.
There
like anytime I get a chance to buy Notorious B.I.G.'s album, Life After Death and Ready to Die, I'll buy it. I'm not streaming that. I'm going to buy that. You feel where I'm coming from? Because that's how you support.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're true fans, if you say you're a fan of someone, then you're going to support. You're going to support. So when you say that, you know what I'm saying, Saginaw artists are coming back, I just hope that people support
them. That's
that.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And buy the music. You feel where I'm coming from? Because that's how, you know what I'm saying, that's how that artist, you know what I'm saying? That's how the artist gets up. And that's how you show your true, support, you know what I'm saying, fanship.
For our city and the young people.
Exactly, man. You know, we gotta stick together. We gotta stick together as a city. It's like the old saying, Saginaw versus everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people don't expect for Saginaw to blow like that, but I just believe that it's enough artists in this city to where, okay, we ain't got to take over the world, but we definitely want to be heard.
Sing,
When you think of Saginaw, you think of the artists, you know, the artists that I named.
Because it's just like when we go to Flint, you go to Detroit, they got their vibe, they got their and a lot of love.
Lot of love.
Last night, man, I'm gonna be real with you. The Pistons won, right? They got their song, Pistons won again. I heard a 6-year-old little white girl singing it word for word.
Yes, sir.
And I couldn't do nothing but bust out laughing. And her mom looked at me and she was like, "I'm sorry." I said, "I love it.
I love it."
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that impact they making on the kid.
And it's music.
And it's music.
That's what music is supposed to be about. You know, all this artists going back and forth and beefing and blah 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 blah. See, I understand that it's a part of what's going on now, but whatever happened to just sitting back, putting on them headphones, and you know, we had cassette tapes and CDs back then, but just putting that in and you just vibing.
Yeah,
you just vibing, you just rocking. You know what I'm saying? You just mellow whatever you're listening to, because I'm a huge hip hop head.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So you just sitting back vibing.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't happen that way no more.
That's right.
Without the propaganda and drama that goes on in music.
That's right.
Black musicians, black actors, artists, period, beefing with each other. Man. That's more entertaining now.
Yeah.
What happened to the music?
The music.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like
what happened to that?
It's like you said earlier, when people put their personal in their business.
It's not supposed to go that way.
Wrong with it?
It's not supposed to go that way. You know,
I'm a fan of a lot of West Coast and down south.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I also got another side of me that's East Coast. I just actually
now you speaking my language.
I just did a West Coast
yes,
mix,
sir.
and I did an East Coast mix. And going back listening to that music, it just done something to my soul.
Yeah,
all of it.
It's a vibe.
You know, because but it was all music out of love, feeling. And you felt good. Man, I get on TikTok recording myself doing a dance and having me a good time, bro. But it's what the music do for me.
And that's the way it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be.
You know, when hip hop first came on the scene, you felt that. You felt KRS-One teaching.
Yes.
You felt LL Cool J, you know what I'm saying? You know, dedicating to the ladies, you know, catering, to the ladies. You know, you felt Big Daddy Kane, you know what I'm saying? You know, just spitting. You know what I'm saying? You knew he was ahead of his time. Rakim, you knew he was ahead of his time.
That's right.
You know, from R&B, you knew so many of them, man. You knew Jack Swing, like Christopher Williams and Aaron Hall and Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown don't get enough credit for being the king of R&B. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because truth be told, before it was a Chris Brown, before it was an Usher, before it was an Omarion or anybody else that you could think of, you know what I'm saying, that's doing it now, it's Bobby Brown.
Man, don't let my wife hear that, bro.
But it's the truth.
We argue all the time.
It's the truth. You know, he was the guy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was the guy.
I got to take it to his concert in February in Detroit again. It'll be the 5th time we didn't want to sing No Audition, but
they're the greatest group of all time.
Greatest group.
They're the greatest.
I put them, man. I mean, I ain't that old, but I put them right behind the Temptations, because I love the Temptations. You know,
I won't argue that.
It's something about the Temptations, man. You know,
David Ruffin.
and you know, one of my favorite. When I did my old school, I talked about it.
Mhm.
Paul was one of my favorite, and it was because of the movie and the scene when he was drunk and he was singing at the piano before he killed himself. Bro, that done something to me.
Okay.
But it was just, and I went and found that song, and I was like, Lord have mercy. So anytime I get down, I go play it. But
for once in my
life,
this is my can take it.
Man.
As long as I know I got love, I can make it.
Man, hey, you taking me there, man. Hey man,
but yeah, definitely, man. You know, he was one. You know, Paul Williams. I mean,
but I put New Edition right behind him. Then there's no, you know, when it comes to groups.
Well, see, I won't argue you're number one. Number one for me would be New Edition. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I came up Candy Girl, you know, Mrs. Telephone. I came up on that.
I thought it was Mike Bivens. Yeah. Woo, I just let it secret out the bag.
But you know, those, you know, that type of music needs to resurface. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Resurface and just show a little love. Everybody is hate. Yeah. I can't stand him. I don't like him. I don't like her. I don't like her.
That's true.
Damn. Where's the love? I ain't saying everybody got to be buddy, kumbaya, and hold hands. But why so much hate, yo? Why so much hate for the next person?
That's what's wrong with our world, though.
Crab in the barrel.
And if we get music back in with that good feeling, love music, man. Like when you see, like let's take the young folks right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you take Young Boy, NBA Young Boy, to see those kids at his concert having good times. And I'm gonna be honest, I ain't seen the show yet or music or nobody talking that it's been violence or nothing at a concert of his. Ain't that something? But he's one of the most controversial young rappers we got.
You hear about. Yes.
But when them kids go to that doggone concert, man,
it's like they feed out the palm of his hand.
Man, and just I'll sit and watch the show because I wanted to see, because even my son wanted to fly out to Arizona to go see him.
Okay.
And I just sit there and I'm just watching the crowd. And it was amazing to see our young folks when they say they can't come together, but they was at this concert having themselves a good time, crying like I seen people crying like it was Prince and Michael Jackson, man.
Or DMX.
Yo, DMX. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was just like, that was amazing. Well, you know.
See from that aspect, that's what it's supposed to be.
That's what
it's supposed to be an artist or artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's able to move the crowd and have them feed off, feed off the moment. That's why I like doing live events. The last live event I did was last year at the Diamonds and Denim. Shout out to my manager again, man, Nikita, man. But
my wife was there. Exactly. Had a good time. And y'all had good food. Got to say that too.
But I also had the crowd feeding out the crowd. You know what I'm saying? I did some of my music. You know what I'm saying? I did some covers, but I love that. I love that. Now I can't dance a lick. Okay, we just gonna be honest. I can't dance a lick, but you know my little two-step, it gets me by.
That's right.
But I love doing live shows, man, and it's the energy of it. It's you know you hear that drummer, you hear the shout out to Well Seasoned, man. Tim, my guy, you know we go way back.
That's all right.
It's that feel. It's letting the crowd eat off the palm of your hand, and they paying attention, and they listen. Even if they don't know the words, they gonna learn it after that damn show. Okay,
I bubble along until I learn it.
See what I'm saying?
You
so
know, I could carry a little note.
Yeah, that's all right. As long as you can carry a note, but you feel the music. And that's what we need to get back to. We need to get back to feeling the music. And really appreciating and just feeling good after you hear, some good music.
Yeah,
man.
That's true.
Now, if I had it my way, and I ain't having it my way, I'm going to make it happen. But when I do live shows, that's how I want the crowd to feel. I want to be able to, walk up to a young lady and sing happy birthday to her or serenade her, you know what I'm saying? And she feel good from that experience. You know what I'm saying? And she he sung to me. Yes, that's what I want to hear.
I was going to ask you that question. I see it a lot.
Yes, sir.
And you see the artist when they singing and the crowd singing with them, and then the artist just be quiet and put the mic. I seen Fantasia do this.
Yes.
And and it was at like a award ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
People come in bougieed out, you know, dressed top to
Yes,
bottom,
sir. Yes,
old
sir.
heads, and man, they were singing "When I See You Again." You know, and
Okay.
it's
When I
something.
see you, okay,
When I
yeah.
see you, yeah, it's something about that song. Hell, I used to play it at basketball practice,
Mm-hmm.
and the boys would just start blowing.
Mm-hmm.
But she did it, and she hit that mic, and she just broke her down in tears.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's appreciation.
Yeah.
And so, as an artist,
Yes.
how you feel? That's how you feel when you
Yes.
at a concert and
When,
you live like
even
that.
if it's one person that know my song and sing it with me, that's good. That's good enough for me.
Sweet,
you know?
sweet.
And when I get the millions, cool. That's,
Oh yeah,
that's no problem. See, the thing about it is you have to build yourself up.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? To that. You know what I'm saying? And people feeling your music. And it takes a lot to get a hit. It's not easy as everybody makes it seem. You see everybody put music out now. It's not as easy to get that hit. You know what I'm saying? That you want. But when I get there, I get there.
I know that's right.
You know, I ain't never been a quitter at nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
Never
Nah,
been
we
a quitter
from
at
Sad.
anything.
We don't quit.
Nah,
So
we
man,
can't.
since I promoted,
Yes,
you was
sir.
coming on the show, I had a couple fans reach out and ask some questions for you.
Okay.
I mean, a couple is crazy because a couple I think we kind of discussed.
Okay.
But I still gonna ask a couple of the questions for you so they don't hit me up talking about, dang, kid, you ain't even asking things.
Sure thing.
One of the questions was, if it wasn't for music, what would you be doing?
What I do now, drive trucks.
Drive trucks.
Thing about trucking is, man, it actually saved my life. I'll say that. Going through what I was going through, you know, the things that I was going through, it was like I couldn't even rub two pennies together.
Yeah.
And I'm crying to my grandmother, I'm bawling, like, you know, what am I gonna do, Granny? Like, I don't do something soon. It's gonna get real crazy out here, you know. And she was like, well, baby, you know, and shout out to my grandmother. Like I said before, she had a part in raising me.
That's right.
But she said to me, she was like, listen, you gotta do something. There's no such thing as quit. So you got to do something. And as she's saying that, a semi truck passed by. Bing, light bulb. I go to a certain truck driver school, find out if I can get in there, tell my story. It's like, look, man, if you bring me such and such, I'll let you get in and you get your CDLs in a month. Now, I ain't got the money.
Yeah.
So I go to my grandmother and say, hey, I found a truck driver school, but they talking about getting a certain amount of money. She went in the back, counted it out for me, and I ain't looked back since.
Wow, that's a blessing.
So Bobby Sue can get anything from me. Anything. It don't matter what it is. If she tell me to wash the walls,
that's right.
I'm gonna wash the walls.
That's
okay.
Right.
So
that's right.
Trucking is with the trucking, you know, and I've already bought one truck, but you know that I told you about that. That was a catastrophe. I had to go on and sell it, but I'm finna buy another one. Finna try to buy another one, and you know, get my little company going, and you know, run from that. But yeah, it definitely be trucking. It definitely be trucking.
That's all right.
I don't want to do anything else.
That's big, man. Shout out to Granny again because without people like Granny in your life, man, and a lot of these young kids, and as well myself.
Yes, sir.
We had grandparents and people that love you and believe in you, pour into you. That's how you become successful. So
exactly,
you know. So I respect what you said, and shout out again.
Yeah.
And when you try to start that truck company, you let me know. I got a young man upstairs that want to be a truck driver.
Send him my way.
He gonna have to get a tall cab because he's like 6'6". So
he definitely gonna have to get a tall cab. Yeah, but he can get it though. The opportunity is there. It's a $1 billion industry. So multi-billion-dollar industry at that. So I mean, if you want a piece of the pie, you know, I got cousins. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna spit his name because I don't know if you want his name out there, but you know, I got a cousin here from Saginaw. You know, he got a box truck company. You know, so he doing pretty all right with himself. You know, my brother, he got a box truck, so you know, it's possible to jump in there.
And I got a former player of mine, who I never thought in my life, but that's what he do. Cross country driving trucks, man.
Yes, sir.
Yep, that's all right.
It's an experience, man. It's like being a rock star, but you're not a rock star.
Yeah.
So out of the 48 states that's in this country, I've been to 48. Wow. Yeah.
I give y'all all the respect when I'm on the highway in the truck. I'm gonna speed by y'all first of all because I don't want to be
slow up
or slow up. And if y'all getting over, I'm getting all the way back. You know, you got the right of way.
And I'm gonna say this before we move on to the next question. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are on the road and you see a semi-truck and you coming off the exit ramp, either please speed up or slow down. stop being on the side of us thinking that we can see you, because sometimes we cannot see you on our blind side, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to be responsible for hurting anybody. So just take that as a note.
That's right. Do like I do. Get the hell by them quick.
Yes, sir.
For real.
Yes, sir.
It's all right.
What we got? What's our next question?
Here go the next question. They say, do you like singing in the shower?
I'll sing in the shower. I'll sing if somebody walk up to me and say sing. You know,
cool.
You know, like I said, you heard me. Man.
You just hit my boy Paul apart.
Never shot to sing, man. My mother wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, she was my teacher.
That's
you know,
right.
and when she called me out of the room, be like, "Boy, sing something." Huh?
That's all right.
Well, I had no choice, but yeah, I sing in the shower.
All right.
There
it is easy. And they say, "What's your favorite song to perform?" Probably whether it's your original or it's a cover, whichever one is your favorite.
You know, because I've done plenty of them. Superstar.
Oh, Luther.
Superstar.
Y'all heard it, Luther. For real.
Yeah,
man.
That's my favorite because, like I said before, he's always done something to you know like he could come on and I'm tuned in.
I'm gonna tell you, I grew up with my aunt, and that's all her and her sisters listened to, Luther and Smokey, right? But I watched on YouTube last week, since I've been home recovering. All I do is watch YouTube University.
Yes, sir.
And there was this black guy on there on some talk show, and he was talking about Luther. So I tuned in, and it said how Luther saved my life. So long story short, this dude wrote 20 hits for Luther Vandross.
Was one of them Can I Take You Out Tonight?
Yeah.
I seen that interview.
Yeah, and my man, when he told them Luther was going to Oprah, and he was like, "So you ain't gonna give me credit?" And Luther's like, "You want credit now, or you want credit later?"
And he still eat off of it. Yeah, I mean, I seen that interview.
He didn't
I forget the guy's name.
I forgot his name too. But it just was something, because Luther knew if I tell who he is now,
it ain't gonna mean nothing. It ain't gonna have no value.
And sure enough, look at years after Luther passed away, this man is a multi-millionaire because Luther didn't tell until later.
Yeah. And he eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And gave him all the credit.
Now, that's another thing I would love to do. Is sit back and write. You wouldn't believe some of the hits that's been made off of unknowns.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to, you know, the fan base that I have or potential fan bases, but I really don't want to be on stage.
I know. I feel you.
Look, if I can sit back and write, you know what I'm saying, and write for other people, that's exactly what I love to do.
Yeah. And that's different, because I'm kind of like that when it come to, like, it's so I got my hand in so much of this social media thing now.
Right.
Sometimes I don't want to be in front of a camera. I like doing the stuff behind the scenes.
There it is.
Like when I pick up the camera and go out and do that photography, I'm in a whole different world.
And your focus is there, and you're more attentive, and you know what I'm saying, you in your element. And
Now when I do this, sometimes I got to get prepared for the show.
That's all right.
You know, but I'd rather be behind it.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, who knows, man?
You get there. Get there. You know, that's why I say, me personally, I get there. Now, I did not put my daughter out here, she gonna kill me, but she can sing. My daughter can blow. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather write for her.
See,
personally, I'd rather write for her. You know, and build her a hit in the portfolio. You know what I'm saying? So, we've been talking about it, and she wants to do it. Right now, she's in hiatus. But you know what I'm saying, when she's ready, you know what I'm saying?
Make it happen.
I'd rather pour my fortunes into her, you know what I'm saying, and let her do her thing. But I am gonna do this album. Like I said before, this album got to happen.
I can't wait for it. And when it come, I'm gonna drop it right here, much as I can, without getting copyright.
Well, hopefully we won't have to go through that jazz.
That's true.
But
that's true.
Like I said before, the hit that song that you talk about is "People If They're Happy," ladies and gentlemen. It is on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
Go check that out, Darrell Alston, man, featuring my homeboy C-Note, which is also he's also a great actor on Tubi, man. Y'all gotta go check him out, man.
I thought he looked familiar on there, man. That's all right.
That's my guy, man. He it was crazy because I needed a feature, and so I asked, I called him because he's a friend of the family. Loves my mom's guy, so I was like, yo, I need you to do a feature for me, and no hesitation.
Okay.
Right then and there, went to the studio.
That was all fresh too. The video. Man,
that video, that beat, all
wow.
When he made the beat, I freestyled the hook.
What?
Right then and there.
That's something.
Freestyled the hook.
See that logo right there, right? The black one.
I see it.
That's fresh. Fresh did that.
See?
Look right behind us.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's why I say he don't get enough. He don't get the credit that I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, if he get it, cool.
Yep.
But as far as I'm concerned, he don't get the credit that I feel he deserves, man.
That's something.
Man got plaques in the studio.
Yeah.
How can you not, you know what I'm saying, show him love? Like we like Passport Republic got a plaque. You know what I'm saying? Amir Fresh, you know what I'm saying, went on and knocked that out. You know what I'm saying? And I hope to put another one up there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, you know, like I say, you know, you want to get the credit sometimes, you know what I'm saying, for your work.
Yeah, for your work.
Just
it's okay.
for your work.
You want that good job, but that don't stop what you're going to do anyway, because your heart and your passion, your grind, your hustle.
Oh, yeah. Even if you hear single from it, you're going to hear something. You know, so, but I want to bring out a project because, like I said before, everybody, you know, that I know and respect anyway, has come out with an album already. So it's definitely time. It's been time for me to do an album.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to y'all. Oh, man, so the last question I got from the fans for you, man, because I know you got a busy day to go ahead, and we're gonna get you going.
All right.
You know, I had physical therapy this morning. Now we're doing the pod, and I had 2 music shows dropping. And then family time.
Oh, wait.
You know, but that's what it is, man.
Yes,
so the last one we ranked earlier, if y'all didn't catch it, but we talked about his top 5. But they asked, can you rank from R. Kelly, Tank, Usher, and they put Keith Sweat in there.
He's another one that he wrote for so many people.
Yeah.
But that's the 5 that they want me to rank?
Yeah.
Then I would have to go R. Kelly, Keith Sweat. Who else did they say?
Usher and Tank. I know that they got you.
Because when it comes to when it comes to vocals, I feel like Tank is a better singer than Usher. So I would put Tank then Usher.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Tank got some classics too.
Yeah. Reason why? Tank plays his own instruments, writes his own songs, produces. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. So that's.
I mean, that's
you can't
knock that.
You can't knock
You
that.
know.
That's why
at all.
That's why we both agreed that R. Kelly is number 1.
He's always going to be number 1.
When you listen to a lot of other people, now we ain't talking about R. Kelly hits. Let's talk about the other number 1s in the world. R. Kelly got his hand behind him. Yeah,
especially writing.
You know
what I'm saying? Right? You are Not Alone by Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
that's R. Kelly.
Hello, what's my girl? Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
He wrote for her.
You know, he wrote for everybody. But like you said, and you can hear R. Kelly when Michael Jackson singing that song.
Exactly.
I didn't even know he was in the backgrounds doing backgrounds to it.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
See?
You ain't find out a lot of that stuff until, you know, when Mike passed on and then R. Kelly got in a lot of trouble, you know, then we found out about it.
Exactly.
But
again, what he's in prison for, okay. If he's supposed to be, he's supposed to be there. Okay. That's the part of the industry that I don't like. That's a pet peeve of mine. Who you with? None of your damn business.
That's right.
And it's everybody for years questioned Luther Vandross' sexuality. But he would tell you, none of your damn business. I'm here to entertain you. I'm here to entertain you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not here to talk about what color drawers I got.
Got it. So I'm gonna ask you this though.
Yes, sir.
Big Luther, Little Luther.
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Because he had hits with both of them. He had hits with both.
Do you remember the love that we once had? If I had the chance to love you again, I'd make your heart again. I was there for it. No. If we forget the past, I know this time gonna last forever, for always, for love. Yeah. My favorite song.
Can sing, y'all.
My favorite song, sir.
Yes.
One of my favorites, dog.
You know what?
You know.
That's the best way to end that podcast right there.
You did?
You hit that. But before we do go, though.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything you'd like to say to all the listeners, the fans, man?
I would like to say for the ones that support me, thank you very, very much.
Yes.
I appreciate it. And it's more to come.
Yeah.
For those who are joining on this podcast right now, don't know of me, my name is Darrell Alston.
Yes, sir.
You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Snapchat. And you also can find me on YouTube. And my subscribe to Darrell Alston, man. All my videos, all my music to date is there. You know what I'm saying? And a lot more coming, believe that.
And y'all see it scrolling across the bottom of the screen.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, it was a pleasure and an honor.
Passport Republic.
That's right. Always.
Forever
y'all.
21. Big Baby Entertainment.
There it is. Y'all, it was a blessing.
Yes,
to
sir.
have my brother on. Come talk music.
Yes.
Just to be genuine. I told you, when you come here with me, it ain't about all the glitz and glory, the cards. No, I want to have conversation with
Live
you.
and in color.
You know what I'm saying? Let people know who you really are.
Yes, sir.
Let them see you for you. And I think that's the best way to be. And I think that's what separates me from everybody else.
Let's
and
go.
if they don't like it, the hell with it.
It is.
Y'all know me. I'm going to be coach at the end of the day.
All day, every day.
I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to the More Than the Coach podcast.
Yes, sir.
Tune in tomorrow, y'all. Watch the Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast. And it's her birthday, so we got a surprise for her.
Right
You know. But y'all
Right
make sure y'all check that out. And until then, y'all have a blessed one. Be easy. Peace.
Peace out.